Greetings, Andy here again, and we've reached day 11 in my advent calendar countdown of my favourite albums, or new albums of 2023. So this one is number 14, and actually this is a doubling up. So I think I mentioned at the outset that whilst I'm only covering one new album or one new release each day till we get to the very end, I might, some of them I will add in like a favourite live album or something, and I am adding in my favourite compilation of the year, and the two records are connected, and you could say this is the shoegaze episode. It could also be said to be the Steve Carlson episode, because Steve recommended both of these records to me. Now the first one is the new release, and this is the band Flying Colours and their record You Never Know. Now I'm not going to dwell on this because this is one I bought relatively recently and covered in my November releases only a couple of weeks ago. So but if you didn't see that or don't remember it, basically Flying Colours, and that's flying with two Y's. I've no idea why, but probably seemed like a good idea at the time. It's, you know, they're described as psych and shoegaze, hence the shoegaze thing. And I have to say, this has been a great year for albums from bands that are tagged as shoegaze. This to me is the pick of them. It's more my style that I like. I really like that sort of Australian psych rock style. Slowdive had a great album that was in and out of my top 24, but ultimately there were just other ones I slightly preferred to it. Same with Blonde Redhead, another brilliant album. If I'd been doing, you know, if I did all this again, they may well have crept in and something else may have gone out. It's just how I did it at the time. The album, the cover on this is like, they come from Melbourne. They're a 4-piece, 2 girls, 2 boys, but this album it looks a very industrial landscape. It doesn't look remotely what I imagine to be Melbourne. It looks much more like Northern England, to be honest, and maybe it is, who knows. The album is, as I say, it's on pink vinyl. It's a single LP, 10 tracks again, 5 tracks on each side. There's been quite a few of those this year. So that's my number 14, and my favourite compilation of the year is Ways of Distortion. What's it called? The Best of Shoegaze, 1990 to 2022. Now, as I say, both of these albums were recommended by Steve Carlson, and I had to go out and get them because I just love them. It's very, very wavy on the back. It's quite difficult to read, so I'll show you the insert because it's much easier. Double. It's got 5 or 6 tracks on each side. It's a various artists. Kicks off with Slowdive. It's got Low Tide, Ringo Death Star. What a band name that is. It's actually got a track from Flying Colours, not this LP, but an earlier one. And I always think of shoegaze as not being. I don't see it as a genre. I think it's more of a sort of, you know, some similar themes which cut across genres. So, for example, if we look at the opening of side 4, you've got a track from Beach House, followed by a track by Mogwai. Now, Beach House to me are, you know, before I think of them as being shoegaze, I think of them being dream pop. I've got quite a few albums, Beach House, love them. Mogwai, out and out post rock, totally different, but I sort of get how they both have that sort of, you know, in their own way, they have that slight feel. I mean, you've also got, you know, they're not on here, but bands like My Bloody Valentine, and they are so different from, you know, the likes of Slowdive and Beach House and so on. So hence, I don't see shoegaze as a genre. It's more, you know, if you think of genres as being verticals, shoegaze is a horizontal which cuts across, in my humble opinion. Anyway, this is another fabby one. Side 1, LP 1 is in white vinyl. Let me just pull it out. And LP 2 is an extremely funky sort of blue and red, quite a splatter. I don't know what you call it. It's a sort of splattery type thing. So that's my compilation of the year. Absolutely brilliant. I really love that. I've got very into shoegaze this year with all these albums. Probably should have done a top 10 shoegaze, but haven't got quite that many. So thanks for watching again. Come back tomorrow. We're on day 12 and down to number 13 tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Cheers.